Hello everyone, welcome back to another WWE Champions video. Today I got 6-star bronze preview of Bobby Lashley, the Dominator. If you're like me, who doesn't have a runner's jacket, but Bobby at one point was like a striker that was pretty good, and still is pretty good, but you didn't know what build to run him, I actually have a build set for you guys. This is no skill plate, basic middles. Even though I have an ultimate, there's no ultimate skill plate on him, nothing. And I think it's only like 20% gem damage buff. I do know people probably don't have double red with Sting if you're free to play, and Riddle is a little tough to get. But if you do have Hoff Bree, that works the same, and any of the 2 MP MP red work the same too. For feud build, at least, this is what we're going for. So I'm going to show you what happens if we get bad board and a normal like board that you want. This is a bad board. The idea here is basically you're waiting for turn 2. I will say this. This set is not turn 1, which his triple red isn't either, but he does get a sub. So if you are worried about them hitting you, also, in this build, you really can't have them pin you either. So there is a lot of issues that can happen with that. So in feud, I wouldn't say he's the greatest thing. He does hit really hard, though. You'll see that soon enough. He hits exceptionally hard. So yeah, right now we're doing no skill plates. So if you are more free to play, no skill plates even needed for this damage. Also with the new 12K trainers, because I recorded this so long ago that wasn't a thing, nor I don't even think the update was a thing, that you can now have edge for like 12,000 black gem damage, and that would help him a lot. So that's the thing you can do. All right, here we go. 4 break. I got a red, and then the idea is now we're gonna get that 4 break, hit those multis, and we're gonna kind of put the other multis somewhere else with these ×4s, and then take that. You can see we already have a juggernaut out and ready to go. So this, unfortunately, if you don't have a good board, which I will show you next, this is bad board. This bad board makes it turn 3, which in most cases isn't that great. Most likely you got pinned. Definitely in feud you probably got pinned or something, or you got hit quite a bit. And also this is 6-star priest. I don't know when I did this. It must have been a long time ago, but basically, I have a lot of increases. I believe now. I think I have 2 increases on. So it's a pretty big buff. I think that's like what, 156 on each one with ×4 multis. Possibly, I don't know. I don't remember. But you will see we will hit relatively good. About 5 mil. At 6 bronze, and that's okay. That's okay. We're going to do a lot better, though, in this next build. It's the same build. I mean, that was actually really bad of a board. Like, that's what can happen. And I could have played that probably better, but this we can make a lot better. So this is what I like to call a better board. Actually, a really good board. We can do this turn 2. So you hit your juggernaut, right? And then we're going to put out that one-hand pop-up spine buster. And we just need to get the multiply move. Now, I will say, I don't even know in feud if this will work with, because you'll eventually see with the black move. I think you might have to have a 6-star Hollywood Hogan, and I can tell you that's not free to play. So that might be a little tougher. And instead of that, then you can run, was it Elias? So again, feud-wise, I still don't know if I would use him. But we do have a lot more characters nowadays that I do think is worth feud. For instance, you could run, Rocky 76 if you have him. He is a really good one, too. There are ways to make this set better, too, if you don't have what plate I use after this build, which is Tiara. I believe it's Eye of the Tiger plate, I think. The one that breaking black gives you red. that's a good skill plate for this build. If you don't need them, which, I mean, really, tiara plate you probably don't need. So maybe then this build might be a little more. This build might be actually feud ready to go, and maybe feud worth it. For so many people then. Man, my dog is barking so much, but oh, and there's the other one. So the idea here with it is that we're going to do wild cards, because the idea is we want to keep getting increase, and also just more black gems on the board. Like that's a lot of black gems. It's a lot of black gems on the board. A lot of black gems. And we're trying to make as many as we can into multis. So this is I think where Hollywood would be the big thing, is you want to try and hit that again. Like that. I don't think you can do that in feud unless you have Hollywood. But with the Eye of Tiger plate, you're getting your red a ton. You can probably do some other shenanigans with the increase, and maybe even get more sets off. I don't know. I don't have Eye of the Tiger, or is it? I think it's Eye of the Tiger. It might be Last Known Survivor. I don't know. I don't have any of them. I have Apollo Creed, so I don't know. But this is going to hit really hard. Like, no skill plate. I'm talking no joke. This hits like a truck. Which, I mean, multis and increase, you know with Zombie Ray how hard that would hit. Look at that. That was like a 10 mil hit with no skill plate. That's pretty hard of a hit there with no skill plate. And then you can run MP plate, because even 6 silver, if you're doubling your damage, that's 20 million. That's going to fully wipe basically a 6 silver's health. We're going to show you what happens if you have a skill plate. That's the only change to this build, is we're actually adding a tiara plate. I know most people probably don't have this skill plate. I think I got it from like $40 offer at one point, and you know, I think it was mainly because I wanted it for Strowman Express, I believe, because he actually hits pretty hard still too, but definitely I used it more on Bobby, and now it's on Hall of Fame Mr. Perfect. And I am trying to get out right now, hopefully it should be tomorrow, Mr. Perfect Hall of Fame 6-star silver. I'm very excited to show you guys that. I mean, he feels like he's better. I mean, I know he's 6 silver, so he's doubling his damage at 6 silver, but it feels like he's way better at 6 silver Perfect is than his 6 bronze. Like, his damage seems way better scaling, but that could just be me. I don't know. You guys have to see it for yourself, because I actually really like him. I know a lot of people think he's not that great, and all sorts of stuff like that. And you see how we didn't get a 4-break? We actually did a wildcard setup. That's how cool I am. I didn't even need a 4-break. No 4-break needed. That's how sweet I am. So yeah, now we have 2 Juggernauts at the same time. That's basically your goal, is to have 2 Juggernauts at the same time. And now we gotta make wild card. We gotta make a wild card somehow. So basically, for anyone who doesn't know what Tiara Plate does, whenever you make, I believe it's 6 or more multipliers, increase your black gem damage by 50% for 2 turns, which is not too bad, including with multipliers. 50% is actually not bad. I wish it was 100%, but yeah, like that damage is up there. And there's my red MP, and now we have 2 stacks of that increase. So, I mean, and now every time we hit those multis, again, this is where for sure, if you're running Tiara, you probably for sure want Hollywood, which he is in Showdown now, and I actually will be able to buy him soon. So, for some people, it might be worth it, but also, if you're like me, you might have actually a striker that's more worth it now than it is in him. He's not bad, though. I still like having fun with him. I think he's what? SmackDown? So if you don't, like, because right now we're in a Wade Barrett event, I believe SmackDown's needed for feud. This is a really good option for you. But I do think for feud, you want that MP plate for him rather than Tiara. But I am trying to show off how much damage he can do. And, you know, it is luck-based, which was kind of what Ray was. I don't think Ray is as luck-based as he is, but it does kind of suck that you do need 2 red. Again, I don't know if I get the MP plate, maybe we do a part 2 of him and see if we can do some crazy shenanigans with this. Otherwise, it's really tough to say how he'll work in feud with this build. Again, I do think in feud, triple red probably would still be better with Rana's jacket, but again, I don't have that right now, which is actually really sad because I have like cheek plate and stuff, and I don't have a pretty actual basic plate for more people. It's actually a lot easier to get a Rana's jacket than a tiara. But it's whatever, right? So here we go. This is another stack, and I think this is our big boom. Look at that multi-damage. Wow. And we're going to do a big choose black. A little slow too, unfortunately. But again, if you need him for tours, he's going to do you good in tours, because again, most people don't turn one you in tours. And the only issue again still is going to be that pin problem. But you push the pin bar back enough to where you probably can be okay. And here we go. Look at that. That's like 30 million. That's 30 million. 6 silver, that's 60. 60 mil. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching.